Welcome back to the Bud and Mary's channel. It is Wednesday. Tropical storm Helena, I believe is how you say it, is out this way, a few hundred miles. Everybody in its path be safe, and I hope it ain't too bad. We're getting some of the outer bands right now. You can see that nasty weather behind us, so no boats went fishing today. But this week's episode is going to be a little bit different. Captain Dylan Bryan, who bought the Bn'M charter boat from us years ago, is going to take you on a little walkthrough through it, take you on a ride on it, and keep him in mind here. It's a great boat, got a lot of history, and he's going to show you all about it.
What's happening, guys? It's Dylan here, sitting here at Bud and Mary's on the Bn'M. Been around here for 12, 13 years, charter fishing. It's been a great adventure the past few years. Today we're gonna kind of do a little intro on me and on the Bn'M. The boat's been around forever. It's got a lot of history, and when I picked up on it and things like that, and kind of show you where the adventure started. So I've been charter fishing for 13, 14 years now, mostly at Bud and Mary's. I got a couple generations here. My grandfather was pretty locally famous, and he kind of got me to where when I was young, I said, man, I want to do that. I want to drive big boats. And I don't think I ever really stopped then. When I came here out of high school, it was cool. It seemed like it was wide open. Started as a mate. And I worked really hard for a long time. My 20s, I was working the pit and never missed a day, never called off, and just kind of grinded it out. And it was worth it, and then, after you do 10 years, you think you want to move up, and I had an opportunity, one of the best opportunities I've ever had, buy a boat. How could I say no? Had a good business here on this thing. Like I said before, this boat's been around for so long, and I worked on it a long time as a mate. I'm sure over the last few videos, people know a little bit of history about the boat. But it's cool. When I got this thing, it was already, set in stone of what it was. I put a lot of money and a lot of effort into this thing, and it's kind of cool where it ends up. I just always knew that I wanted to run one of these boats, and it's in my blood. My brother does this. He works on a really nice tournament boat. My other buddy I brought from Crystal River, they're all here. We all had the same dream and the same passion. So it's kind of cool how we all ended up. So over the years, when I was younger here, I always looked up to all the older captains, and that's one thing I pride myself on, is kind of being a little old school. When I first started fishing, I think my first fish was a mangrove snapper, like many kids, I got engulfed in it then, and the passion still rises. It's my grandfather lived in Lower Matacumbe for years, and I kind of spent my summers and stuff down here from Crystal River and here. Just back in the day, it was all old timers, the Alex Adlers, the Clyde Up Churches, the Biddies, all these old boats and all these old captains. I always wanted to be that, and I always pictured myself driving, and it's one of them goals that you obtain after so many years. I just looked up to these guys more than anything, and I think that's what contributed a lot to me being able to be successful in what I'm trying to do. So my first charter on this boat as a captain, believe it or not, I got everything in line, got my documentation all in my name, and had all the licensing, and the only thing I really needed was a trip. And of course I was a little nervous to take it, but at the end of the day, one of my friends from Marathon, business was really good, and there was some overflow, and she gave me the trip, and it was one of those ones you just can't say no. But obviously a little nervous. We did really good. The fishing was really good. I know the snappers, king mackerel, I think we caught a sailfish. So after my first one, easing into it and having a great day, it kind of made it easy, and I was like, all right, every day is a good day when you're up here and you're looking and stuff. It was a total change of scenery, but it was definitely an eye-opener to go in from being a mate, buying a boat, captain's license. It wasn't easy, but it was fun learning along the way too. We've all had memorable catches over the years. Just sitting here thinking about it, I love sail fishing. I love catching big tunas, anything with a bill on it. So that's always like that'll really get the blood pumping. Over the years, last week we had one of the best days of the summer, and was with my buddy Krager here. He works with me, and a good kid, and kind of gets everything ready. And out there, last week we had 3 sails, limit of dolphin, limit of tunas. What else we have, Krager? Oh, we had a wahoo. It was cool. Days like that, it changes. You have a few good days, you have some great days, and in Alamrata there's always something to catch. There's always something going on. And you know, you have these great days all season. I look forward to the fall and winter when our sailfish start coming through. But you know, when you're out there in the summertime, there's always a chance of catching a blue marlin. And I really like catching those. It's because it's such a bonus. You know, if you get to travel and catch them every day, that's you know, a blessing. But here it's a true bonus. My most memorable catches, you know, you get your 1 or 2 shots at blue marlins a year. You have your good days, you know, 5, 10, 15 sails, you know, things like that. You just, every day you just got to go out there. You got to want it. That's all I say, you know. Every day is a good day. You know, when you're on these boats, and mostly the sport fishing boats, the big center console boats, but you got to have a good mate. You got to have your first mate. This is Krager. This is the guy that makes it happen down there when I'm the spotter, he's the sniper, that's for sure.
All right, I'm Krager. I've been fishing for about 4 or 5 years now. I moved down here in high school, and I worked on a head boat for about 4 years for all of high school, and then kind of worked around town on a few different boats. And then I found Dylan here on the Bn'M and lucked out with him, and have been with him ever since.
This is the Bn'M. It's a 34 Crusader, 1981. It was built right here in Marathon. This boat's a lot more famous than me, until after this video, right? We spend a lot of time on this thing. Paint her every year. Krager does a really good job painting, actually. He teaches me a lot about the painting. He keeps it nice. This boat here, believe it or not, it's one of the bigger cockpits for its size. It's an express boat, so that means you can drive from downstairs and from the tower. So it's kind of cool. You can stay here. People have got the shade and all that. We're not the fastest boat in the world, but you're always out. You're out in the wind, and you usually can get a little, get some wind on you. 6-rod rocket launcher here. You know, we got a lot. Like I said, we got a lot of space out here. So when you bring, you know, 4 to 6 people, you're comfortable. You're moving around. We got live wells. We got 50, 100, 150 gallons of live well storage. So we catch live bait here every morning. It's very important to us. So we're moving around, we're fishing. You got 6 kite rods out, you know, you're bottom fishing, yellowtail, and everybody's got the room to do it. All right, guys, it's coming on up here. Oh, got Yeti coolers throughout. You know, we got a drink box Yeti, kill box Yeti, bait box Yeti. It's always kind of cool. People like seeing that. When we come up here, we got seating for everybody. Again, you're out in the open. Everybody can kind of see. You got a 360 view. I really don't spend a lot of time driving here unless it's out going to the bait patch, you know, introducing myself to the people. You know, Krager's always rigging up baits and things like that on the way out. You know, this boat, believe it or not, over the years was one of the boats that kind of started that daytime sword fishing. I lucked out. I still got all the good bottom sheet machines and stuff like that. I can mark the bottom in 2,000 feet, which is nice for an older boat to be able to do. Yeah, when you bring your family and friends, it's cool. The girls can hang out up here, and wind blowing in their hair, the guys can come back there fishing, and it's a comfortable thing. So we're up here. We're in the tower, the tuna tower they call it, crow's nest, however it be. Just take a second to just look around. You know, the view is unobstructed up here. You know, when you're up here, you're laser focused. It's a good way. You can see fish depth, you know, deep in the water. You can see far. This is where, you know, when I was young, this is where I wanted to be. This is where I knew it was going to happen. We got the old school. We got clutch and gear, you know, throttles. It's a little bit different. Old school, like I said, you know, she's a 1981. We spent a lot of time up here scouting around. Got our VHF radio when we're up here, our tower radio. You know, you can go 40, 50 miles. You can hear people. So it's kind of cool being up here. A little scary in the lightning, but it's one of those things that you kind of get away when you're up here, and your customers usually stay down there. I let people come up here all the time, coming through the reef and stuff, so it's nice. People really enjoy it. It's a beautiful place to be, and when I'm up here, I get to yell at people that are bigger than me and women and get away with it. So then I'm fine. So moving forward here, like I said, it's an express boat, so we got a little cabin all the way forward. Keep all your stuff dry down here. We got 4 steps. Come on down. So down here, it's pretty cool. We got all our kites, obviously all your terminal tackle and things like that. You always keep electric reels and stuff on the boat. You never know when you're going to use them or when you're not going to, you know, need them. Of course, we got a bathroom for the ladies. You gotta have a bathroom. Get some breezeway through here. I'm gonna open that up now. You know, over the years, this has been redone down here a couple times. I really like the way it's set up, but you don't spend too much time down here. But it's a good companion way to get to store everything, and it's not bad. It smells nice down here. I like that. You know, I like saying things like that. You got a sink to wash your hands. It's a charter boat. You know, it's not a $1 million boat, but it's one of them things. You go out there, you get fishy, you get a little couple scratches and bruises, and it's a great day no matter what. You don't got to worry about every little spot of blood on the old girl. Alrighty guys, all in all, the Bn'M is a great boat for the family. It's a nice pocket express sport fisherman. You know, you can get your family out, the kids love it, the ladies love it, your average tournament fishermen, they love it. We try real hard out here. You know, whatever it takes to get it done, we're gonna do it. You know, we got big shoes to fill around here at Bn'M's. You know, we put down on the dock. Try us out. You know, all the links and stuff to come fishing with me are probably gonna be in the lower of the video. Whatever you gotta do, reach out. You can call me direct, you can call Bn'M's. A few things, you know, I wanna thank Bn'M's for having me, and all the old timers that, you know, tuck me under the wing and keep me going. It's a cool thing to be here, and it's a true family. So, you know, we come out here, we all fishing, we're all a family. So, can make it happen. Whatever you guys want to try to do, give us a call. Alrighty guys, shout out Landon for making the video. Always coming with some good content. I love to see it. I love the publicity. Always helping us out here at Bn'M's. I appreciate it.
Hope you enjoyed the ride there with Dylan on the Bn'M, and I'm gonna give you a quick fishing report update. We didn't get a chance to talk to any of the guys coming in this week, but that doesn't mean they weren't fishing. It's not super busy right now, but there's a few boats fishing every day. We've seen a number of blackfin tuna. There's also some skipjack tuna mixed in with the blackfins, and skipjacks, I don't think they're quite as good to eat as blackfins myself, but they're still great if you eat them fresh or if you want to make tuna salads, so keep that in mind. There has been some mahi, but the mahi have been a little hit and miss. Yesterday the rim McCoy had a rack full, which was great to see, but I assume the next month, you know, it's going to be that way. Blackfins will probably be the main target, and then mahi kind of coming and going. I know Captain Mike fished yesterday. They did have a swordfish on the leader that got away, unfortunately, but they had blackfin tuna and mahi. Then in the backcountry, there's been bonefish, there's been snook, redfish, all catch and release. And then for fish to eat, they've been keeping some mangrove snapper, and that's been keeping the guys busy. So come on down to Bn'M, stay with us. We got houseboats, we got thunder, we got hotel rooms, and come on down here while it's off season, save some money on the off season hotel room rates, and catch some fish.